se BombCity natia tipika le taupamunga la T2. Music producer pills.
Yeah.
Music ukhule kakhulu eMzansi Africa worldwide uproducer ne-drill umculo wase-UK. Uletha eMzansi sibabonile boThailand nyalo bathela ngemandi international. Uyabona? Uyabona? So lokusho ukuthi music kwamba ngalenye indlela. As a producer ngifuna ungiphe 5 ma producer lo wathanza ko combine nationally, continentally na international.
Okay. Asithi nationally, I will say the first one is Nyamz.
Lamzansi.
Yeah, Nyamz is the original producer who was producing for Abosifiso Sultan.
Yeah.
When hip hop was still very undergroundish, but when we hire overseas and stuff like that, this guy was sampled blind.
Yeah.
So Nyamz is number 1, and I got to meet him at the Beat Market.
Yeah.
A few years ago. So he's the number 1. He's the one that showed us he can be done.
Yeah.
And then number 2, I'll go for Tweezy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say Tweezy is one of those guys who's just like, he's another version of me, just younger and smarter, and he was in the right place, and he works hard. He work ethic.
Yeah.
So it's Tweezy. Number 2, I'll say number 3, Zuchi Kokto.
Yeah.
So far, somebody be hip hop.
Be hip hop, yeah.
Yeah, Zuchi Kokto. I really like the guy's beats.
Yeah.
Excuse me. His sound selection, the way a corner flow on a corner. That guy makes it trap music seem like it's, it's his.
Yeah.
So I like that. He doesn't sound like anyone else, but he sounds like someone you've heard before, but not who.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zuchi. And then the last 2, I'll have to dedicate it to Kabza.
The Small.
Yeah, Kabza the Small. I'll say Scorpion Kings, but mostly Kabza.
Yeah.
Kabza the Small is the hardest working producer ever. It's the same kind of way. It's studio. That's the kind of person that I am, and I really like the way I span on a corner.
Yeah.
And then the number 5.
Yeah.
I will definitely say Uguti. Who can I say? Because there are so many names right here. I'll say it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's me. I'm finally at that level now where I'm happy with what I do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll say it's the top 5 pills.
South Africa.
South Africa. And then let's go continentally. I don't know a lot. I know SARS. Yeah. SARS is the one for me who does it for me.
Yeah.
Like Ushaya, everything from, he's the king of Afrobeat for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he Janjan, but for me, he's the king of Afrobeats. And yeah, like the stuff Sakavele is always fire. Like for me, he owns that African sound. Yeah. So yeah, I'll say SARS. Yeah. That's my one guy that I will say I know continentally who does it.
They killed the producer, they touch a very umbega because wala Africa kumbe.
I forget his name.
Again because who knew?
I forget his name. Yeah, and the fact is, drill right now is still unknown by a lot of people. Yeah. So like when it comes to drill, I can name even the guys that work with Millions and stuff. Yeah. But otherwise, I'm just saying conventionally people that are out there. Yeah. About grinding Tandaban. And then internationally, I'll start with Timbo. Yeah. Textbook Timbo. Timberland, greatest producer for me because he versatility yake, and he made music at a time where other people were following England, and he broke out of it. He create beats that were unmixable. That means you have to play the whole song for you to change it.
Ooh. Oh, you mean
only change it at the end. If it sounds like the next song and it's mixable, then you really can't. Then it's easy for you to mix it with the next track. So in style Sake would make a person listen to the whole song for them. Then they fade it out and put it in. So I like that about him. Yeah. he's the only guy who could actually mix his own tracks because he's got the beats.
Yeah, we understand that.
So Timbaland, Madlib. Yeah. Madlib is the greatest producer when it comes to that live raw 90s sound, that raw hip hop.
Yeah.
And then now angeke ngikhone ukukhohlwa no Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
Because Jay Dilla, as much as there are other producers that are out there that I like, abo Black Milk, nabo bani, kodwa bonke ingane zakhe, like they all come from Jay Dilla's ears basically.
Yeah.
So bebancela kuye. So yeah, Jay Dilla, and then I'll say High Tech.
Yeah.
High Tech is one of the most underrated producers.
Yeah.
That I believe. High Tech, he produced a lot of the stuff, Sub 50, he begged for mercy on a lot of the hits that you hear was Stunt 101, all those tracks. So, okay, no, it wasn't him. He didn't do Stunt 101. Someone else did Stunt 101. But he did a lot of the whole album. And then number 5, I will definitely say Scott Storch.
Yeah.
As much as there were others like about Dre and stuff, Scott like for a guy who is Jewish to plug into the black culture and do what he did for us and make millionaires from his beats, I will say that he did a lot for the culture than a lot of people. So yeah, production wise, those are my top 5 overseas that I look at.
Asiye tu kuma-sounds batokhona kubona ukuthi okay lo muntu lo, because ngase siye kuma-genre labanye bafula tu kwe-genre leyi-one, but uyathi ukuthi okay lo ngendeka tu kwe-hip hop singasho ukuthi abona tu kwe-trap sibekise ngale ntwana ukuthi okay lena tu kwe-drill.
Yeah.
So asicale ngalaba le-Melika sibuye ephasi. Unginika munye unginika i-sound leyi-one, lo khuluma ngayo lona Timbaland bekane sound yakho utophika ukuthi ngiphi la mangabe bonke bafula hip hop laba ngale eMelika. Pick a straight le sound ukuthi kusebe ubona la lo tu kwe sound leso utokushaya lo tu kwe sampling nani then ubathanzelana ungabikisa lo yani lo overall ungamsho ukuthi hayi vele konke
yeah uTimbaland ne sound yakhe ama drums.
Yeah,
he's got the best drums. 808, he's the king of that. Yeah, he is the king of creating appreciation into music. He brought that thing in when appreciation was for electro.
Yeah. So
my sound waleta nengane, babies crying, like and my stacks when he records a artist, ne? Yeah. His beats are so open but so tight that they allow ngaba verses inside of verse, like harmonies akhona. Have you ever heard Brandy or Beyonce when they're on him? Now Aliyah, yabona ukuthi nama harmonies. So I love him for that. Yeah. And ingoma yakhe is repeatable. Yeah. Because it comes with different influences. He takes from other cultures. Yeah. So that's the king of the drums. Street music, that's Timbaland. Music jive, like my dancers, dancing troops and stuff. Yeah. Timbaland was the guy who did that. I mean, even when Bo Aliyah went away, the whole thing of dancing as a crew, it really started diminishing. Yeah. So yeah, I like him for that. Instrumental like is always, he got that bounce. Yeah. And then with Madlib, he's the king of sampling. Yeah. He's also the king of replaying songs. Madlib, to shoot the first time I played that Sainga, Stone's Throw. Instead of him going and buying a car or buying anything, one boy would tell an entire music store. Yeah. Instruments, and he learned all of them. Yeah. So where was into? So when he samples, it's really difficult for people to say no, don't sample my song, because you can just replay it anyway. Yeah. So when he's giving you a check, it's that kind of a situation. Multifaceted, is very talented, and he's grounded to earth. Usahlale ekhaya, indlu yakhe akusiyo indlu lezi phezulu kakhulu, phila impilo simple. Uyabona, usakwazi nokuthi adle isinkwa sajam. So that's the kind of person, with all the millions in his account, that's the kind of sound that he has, that homely sound, sampled 90s, that boom bap. And then Jay Dilla, his sound yakhe yona ngathiwa boku neo soul, and he was like the progenitor of that neo soul. Like when Jay Dilla would hit an MPC, he basically would rewrite a song or recompose a track that has already been out there and people already love, but he would be able to make that song sound different.
Yeah.
And there'd be a specific part, just 2 seconds, and loop that 2 seconds and then add it with another 2 seconds from another song and make it seem like it's from one record. And isound yakhe was very commercialized. Boom bap yakhe was unlike Mad Libs, whereas in a lot of people who are still in the underground and they make that music that only musicians listen to, they'd hear that Mad Lib. Nabegenza, he produced for the big ones at the time. I'm not saying Mad Lib didn't, but and at the time, Common, the Roots, all those people, like a lot of the groups, he worked with a lot of the people that are there. And isound yakhe is that classic 90s that you'd hear on the radio. Erika Padu, bonke Leo sound Leo. I love that about him. And then who else did I name again? Number 3, I named who else did I name? Who else was it?
It's Timbaland.
Yeah.
Then
it's Timbaland, it's Mad Lib.
Who is
it's
Dodge?
J Dilla.
Yeah, J Dill.
And then number 4, I said it's High Tech.
Yeah.
Oh, High Tech, what he did was the way he did songs, he would bounce yake was more on the live element.
Yeah.
He would take a sample and play live instruments on it, but make it sound like it's part of the sample itself.
Okay.
So his style sakhe, I'm a bass ake. He was a bass heavy artist. Like young in bass yake. I mean, he ended up producing for Anderson .Paak, who is a very loud artist, and most people can't actually be able to hold him.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, that album yoqala mfethu le Aisha Malibu, that was High Tech. Get down.
Yeah.
Boom 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 boom. He's got that funk.
Yeah.
Boom boom boom. So he's got that funk. Even a lot of the stuff you say G-Unit. Who's it G-Unit?
Yeah.
Break from Rest, that whole album, like that was mostly him. Yeah, but like High Tech was very instrumental in creating that stomping sound.
Yeah.
That stomping sound, like Leo would say I'm a gangster. It sound like I'm a gangster with that gangster bass.
Yeah.
I would say him, like he was basically another version of what I'd say Dash Dillinger. What Dash Dillinger was doing for Tupac in the 90s, High Tech was doing in the 2000s. Yeah, well, even up until now. So you go nkhetha yena because the sound yakhe isikhule ngayo. Yeah. And then Scott Storch, for me, he was working with the Roots, which is for me like the number 1 band in hip hop of all time. And he was their player, like my keyboardist Diabo, and piano. Yeah. The sound that Dr. Dre, the abantu besibayijwayele. Plong 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 plong. That West Coast sound. Uyena owakwazi ukuthi I create, and which is what I like about him. He basically plugged into what Dr. Dre was doing, took Dr. Dre's energy, and he was able to make beautiful riffs that people would take and make into songs. And obviously after leaving Dr. Dre, he became at some point the number 1 artist who took a lot of people who were there but not in the main stage, and he took them there, like Abu Fat Joe. I mean,
number 1 producer.
Like when Fat Joe shouted out, Scott Storch, we started knowing who he was. It's from 2007 up until about 2009. I mean, his name was the biggest. So the reason why I give him props over people like who are, black and whatnot, is because of the fact that he's not black and he brought that blackness in him. He would bring out the best in you. You see what I'm saying? And he made a lot of money for a lot of people, and he doesn't get the shine that he deserves. And he smokes a shitload of weed. And that's like the process works like mine. You smoke weed, you work. And that's it. Like I'll need all. So like the sound is the Lil Wayne era.
Yeah.
When you hear Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
that whole era,
Yeah.
that's the progenitor of that.
Yeah.
Like when it was polished. Because I wanted Lil Wayne to Dada corner,
Yeah.
and they had that grimy sound, but he was able to make it plush.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that. We ended up getting people like Drake because people were ready to hear a person like Drake because of the kind of keys that Scott Storch would play. When 40 plays those same keys, it makes sense for the young people to understand it. So yeah, I'd say that.
No,
we did it. We did all of it.
5. Okay. Asibuye ke la Mzansi ke la. But one umntana kabo Kabza.
Konje la eMzansi ngiqale ngobani?
It's Kabza, Zuchi Coke Dope.
Yeah.
Sazi Zumbaleze ku Africa.
Nyams.
Yeah.
I'll start with Nyams.
Yeah.
Nyams created the sampled sound that was very African.
Yeah.
At a time where we were all playing the kind of music where you get a single, take a single, and then you listen to that whole instrumental, and then you keep repeating it. Nyams was the first guy who, when we heard a song done by a South African artist, we know it's a sample, but we don't know who it is, and it's a powerful sample, and you can't even point it out.
Yeah.
So it was that kind of guy who took it seriously. His beats were they were solid. He was making African music. It was tribal music on rap.
Yeah. It's not just the tribal rap. Tribal house.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. So that's him. And then who else did I name?
Kabza and Zuchi.
Zuchi. He embodied trap music.
Yeah.
He embodied trap music. The reason why I said Uzuchi instead of Uraf, was because Uraf is for another list.
Yeah.
He's for another list.
Yeah.
Uzuchi because he's young, self-taught on Fruity Loops. Like that kind of energy and that kind of complexity of him being able to learn that. He was able to take a trap and make it sound like I see a llzTitan.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And it sounded very American. It sounded more American than the American trap, which is what made me like him. Because I was like, who is this guy buying American beats? And they were like, yo, get with this nigga. Like, hear this shit. And that's what I liked about it. The fact that Angbonanga or Awangala.
Yeah.
I first heard these songs and I'll be like, who is this guy? With the cap, always wearing a cap. And then next thing you know, I hear he's the one who makes the beats. And then I started getting into it and I found out the process yake is very dope.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's authentic to that trap sound. Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's dope with a lot of productions. He's done other productions, but for me, I will feel like when we're talking about a person who embodies the future, I would say a person like Zuchi Coke Dope is that.
Yeah.
And then I named Ukabza.
Yeah.
Ukabza, the sound yake amapiano. For me, to this day, I know people, 70% of the people I know don't listen to amapiano, they listen to Kabza.
Yeah.
He created the kind of music that will forever be in our register because it was different.
Yeah.
Everyone was used to house music. If you're not playing hip hop, you're either playing house or you're playing Durban at the time.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, we heard piano, but it was at the time when it was still called Amapiece. Where is it? So shout out to aka TRP for the lock drum again. So when I heard Kabza's music, it seemed methodical. It seemed, even the stuff that wasn't polished.
Yeah.
When he was with Maporisa. But his stuff the stuff with the original Fruity, the way it sounded, it still was quite ingenious because this guy was composing on music that was bangana kick.
Yeah.
Piano lam tusala.
Yeah.
It was the first time I fell in love with music that doesn't have a kick other than alternative. Alternative is just dry available. It's just a piano sometimes, or just a keyboard, or just a vocalist with a lot of harmonics.
Yeah.
So Ukazo was the first guy to actually make us dance without a kick drum.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say iwork ethic yakhe has been untouchable.
Yeah. Asiye kulaba sijayivisa ngema-lyrics nyalo because ngini khona kuspota niyafana nema-judge because mawufuna kusebenzisana ne-artist uyasho ukuthi leli litawufitha la kuleli beat lami kunjani. So top 5 bomrap asicalele Soundz.
Probably top 5 yami ngicela bo-Orla.
Okay.
But anyway, I must say it.
Yeah.
I will say the first one, the late WHP.
Yeah. Hip Hop Panzul.
Then I'll say the late AKA.
Yeah. Sponono.
Ish. And then I'll say Ricky Rick.
Yeah.
That's my top 3.
Good deal.
Right?
Madum.
Yeah, like commercial guys that are dope. Yeah. And then number 4 is Youngster CPT.
Yeah. Benumakat.
Injuga cool there.
Yeah.
Abashlale pants. And then the last person is Mapaputsi.
Yeah. Mapaputsi kumrap.
Mapaputsi is a rapper. He's a rapper.
Okay.
Ungano red man.
That's you.
Method man.
Yeah.
That's it, pops. So yeah, for me, like that guy, he writes quite well like rap.
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, those are my top 5 lyricists.
Okay, so wase bantu ongafisa nokusipana nabo labo uma wathola opportunity.
Mapaputsi.
Yeah. What Mapaputsi do?
Mapaputsi, the people that I want to work with, let's say maybe top 5 would be Mapaputsi, Zambia.
Yeah.
I'd want to get into the studio with Utembisi.
Yeah.
I'd want to get into the studio with Uzol and I himself and bring back the
he quite straight. Yeah, sure that would save.
The last person I'd want to get into was to get into a booth with is Usisi.
Usisi, okay, kula R&B.
Yeah. I want to get with her.
Awuchazela kulabo mrapper why aka best rapper why malume okay ngivile kuzi commercial na okay le bantu babitile ngiyayibona le commercial success but mhlambe why bona
WHP he was the first guy to first of all get Nas on a song.
Yeah.
And number 2 he was the first guy to do what they called Motswako.
Yeah.
Which was something that was originally here. It was Tswana rap with Kwaito references.
Okay.
You see, so as a Zulu person who had never left Mpumalanga, who was staying in Mpumalanga, and I had never left at the time, it was nice to hear other languages that are dominating, that are different to Zulu, to make you hear what another culture is like.
Yeah.
And I liked the fact that Uchaba was the kind of person who was spitting in Zulu, Tswana, the same way he do it in Afrikaans, the same way he do it in English. Yeah. So yonke message yakhe it's the same message, So the out there to the blind stage. People forget about the Java era. He was the first artist that I know who was a rapper who was booked in Machezi.
Yeah.
So seeing a person like that on the stage with the same people like Abu Prayu, it was kind of different.
Yeah.
And that kind of person that he was as a rapper was a person who was pro-South African.
Yeah.
At a time where there was so much happening and people were very negative about this country. He was very positive about coming together and, the kind of, I remember, Jeba, ooh, he was loved by Umamami, Timer. At a time where Timer would be like, I'm fully into any music, But he was like, yo, why don't you make music like WHP? It went from, I don't like Tupac in my house, but then why don't you make music like WHP?
Yeah.
So it started, he brought that unity in older people understanding that young music is not, so it's not negative.
Yeah,
it's just the stage. Because when you hear him speak in the beginning and then you hear him grow up and the way what he was talking about at the end of his career, these are amazing things. It's like a whole timeline of a person. So whichever lyricism yakhe was untouched.
Yeah.
You know, he'd work with the African artist. I mean, he paved the way for Africa before about AKA.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing shows in Brazil. He was doing shows in States and stuff like that. So me now, apart from the fact that he was a gate opener, he was a dope lyricist.
Yeah.
And the Ashaya is even like the same dope way that he would do English.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I would say him. And then with AKA was the first chief boy that was not scared to be a chief boy.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. He talked about things that chief boys go through. He talked about things that people who are poor go through. He talked about a lot of things, but he was never fake about who he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a person like that was always good for the culture. And ingoma zakhe eyiningi were geared towards the positivity kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Which is what a lot of other artists wouldn't do. You know, even during his beef, Casper, which I feel hurt the industry. It was the thing he still had a lot of songs that were very positive. And live on stage, he killed it all the time, consistently. And that's what I like about him. Like, his words were never minced.
Yeah.
And he liked to infuse African culture into a lot of this thing that we call westernized or secular music.
Yeah.
He always wanted to keep, I mean, when you see what he did, Nabo Lokunja, Nabo Letambuli, Mam Letambuli and Kefas Minya and all those things.
Yeah.
He was always trying to bring back that culture and trying to teach it to the young kids who are his fans, which is something that's unseen most of the time when we sample go overseas. He was doing it here, which is something that I liked. And he also was the first guy to do the bridging of house and hip hop. At the time when house was clapping hip hop, he was like, why don't I just take that and put it in my set and do it my way? And it opened up other ways and other avenues. And then, you know, eventually it morphed into songs like Ngutu taking over the charts at some point. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So AKA and even when he was an entity, he was still a dope lyricist.
Yeah. I go to Galamanje.
Yeah. You know, when you see consistency go up so much, even though some songs you wouldn't feel because they're songs from the north, that's cool.
Yeah.
But the songs that catch you, they're the songs that catch you, and it's beautiful. He made songs for everyone. I have a nephew, he loves that nigga.
Yeah.
You know, dead or alive. He's still, like, the way we play AKA when he's around, it feels like the nigga is just gonna appear on TV. Yeah, but so AKA, he was proudly South African. Yeah. And he did it without fear or favor. So you don't think because my lyrics are okay. For a colored guy to be able to see black in himself so much that he's not afraid to be it, but still be embracing the colored life. Like, that's, you don't, most of the times, like, choose, are you black or are you colored? He did both. So AKA. And then Makado, the fact of the way he infused Zulu into Amalenix Arc. He didn't have to, but he saw Woody. In this country, people, they gravitate more towards the vernac stuff, even though I'm a dope lyricist, blah blah. I mean, that guy he was quoting Burberry and big labels before we even knew what they were. But the way he brought the Zulu, he brought it with that aspect of, oh, you don't know how to speak Zulu? Sure. Because this line has just flown over your head. And that's what I liked about it. Brought the swag, you know, that whole thing, you know, when it's fashion, it's the way he does it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people can usually do one or two. Or when they leave one, they go to the second one. Like leave music, go into the fashion and endorsements. And he was able to pull it off both.
Yeah.
You know, and I've shared a stage with him at some point. I opened up for him.
Yeah.
And I can say it, Books and Music Garden, and I can say it, that guy, he ran it.
Yeah.
He ran it. Like when he stepped on stage, like he didn't know who the hell I was, but he was like, yo, bruh, hey, Mfetu, sis corner, hey, Bonina Mfetu, Shama Raps, Sabon Mfetu, hey, thanks for getting the people ready, Bombela Mfetu, what's happening? You know, we had like a young 3-minute conversation, yet he doesn't know who I am, and I know who he is, and I didn't ask him a question, he just rambled, and he was just, you know, like, this is good, blah, 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 you know, you do this, do that, you and the guy with the dreads, yeah, boom, boom. And that was it, you know. So, a person was born in,
Yeah.
It's someone who's amazing. And then he proceeded to rip the stage apart.
Yeah.
So, I like that kind of a person who's, he doesn't have to remember them ganja, and he lives them in that way.
Yeah.
I like that kind of a person. So yeah. Like,
Youngster CPT?
Youngster CPT is what South Africa should have always had.
Yeah.
I believe he's the benchmark of lyricism.
Yeah.
I believe amongst all the rappers that I've named, when it comes to lyricism, he is number one.
Yeah.
For me. But when it comes to the culture and everything else, the other guys take it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Peter,
yeah,
when it comes to these bars,
yeah,
he's number one. He does it on hip hop, he does it on kwaito, he does it on drill,
yeah,
like UK drill. Like he kills it. So Youngster is the kind of person that a lot of people don't need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just hear.
Okay.
They hear him. He's that kind of a person. You really don't need to get into him too much.
Yeah.
For you to know that this guy, when you hear him, the song changes.
Yeah.
The song changes. So, and a lot of other artists are good when they are being featured. He slaps it when he's being featured, and then he kills it when he's alone.
Yeah.
So it's very different to find a dynamic like that, because Cape Town was where the hip hop thing started. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Originally, in this country, when it comes to the scene, that's where it started. And it was always a shame when Cape Town, when Josie started buzzing and the Kwaito thing happened, it just nullified everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so when you see a person like that, he's like the game for me.
Yeah.
Like before the game went weird.
Before I wait,
yeah, when it was still Black Wall Street game. Yeah, like he is the embodiment of Cape Town mindset.
Yeah.
Smart and intelligent, streetwise, fluent.
Yeah.
He's fluent in whatever he tries.
Yeah.
So give me, pound for pound, I think the only person who I would have battled in Ilokunja would be that nigga.
Then as kumule inja nyalo
Mapaputi, I name him because a lot of the ways that he, like, the impact yake in Kwaito to this day has never been actually fully understood.
Yeah.
The out there we konupala ingoma and give it to you in the way you do it.
Yeah.
For your style.
Yeah.
But it's him.
Yeah.
Tailor-made a song for you. So that you don't have to repeat yourself in every. Mapaputi was the first era of the Kwaito guys who don't repeat their words, but they repeat the hook, obviously.
Yeah.
There was a time when Kwaito was just a liner. One liner. You know, it was those kind of one-liners that people were just dancing to.
Yeah.
And then Mapaputi was the first generation to like really put in the lyricism of it.
Yeah.
You know, Bangene. You know, that kind of shit, that was unheard of.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's why I put him in that, because he's went on to impact everyone that I know with dope my lyrics.
Bom rapper bapeshe yakona lo bazenzako.
Yeah.
Yeah, see.
USA, I'll say Nas, Rakim. I'll say Banfutomun. Nas, Rakim. I'll say Park mfethu saphila mfethu. Fuck mina. Phila mina Park.
Yeah.
And then I'll also say Eminem.
Yeah.
And then I'll also say the last one. Last one is very difficult. I'll say Pastor Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes.
Top 5 lyricists for me. Because no one can flip like Busta.
Busta na Eminem. Kushe bafana ngalelo ngale speed saw.
Yeah, but Busta, I mean, when you hear the Big Bang, that don't sound like the white boy.
Yeah.
You know. So Busta has got that. He brings that Jamaican influence of hip hop back into hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, yeah man, what a shutter. That kind of, that original dancehall element, but with real spit. And pound for pound, no one can put syllables and match the culture like him.
Yeah.
And even when he's doing it slow, even when he's doing it fast, he did it with Mariah, he did it everywhere. So Janet Jackson, when she was hot, he was hotter. It was that kind of a situation, So yeah, like, and music videos, everything. When a person can recite the crazy lyrics in a music video, word for word, pound for pound, that's not lip syncing. That's real. He was rapping that. You know. So yeah, Busta.
Then Eminem, why Eminem?
Eminem is the greatest lyricist of all time. Not because Ganjali. It's just, he's white, man. He's born with this shit. Like, to us, black culture has to acquiesce to white culture.
Yeah.
This guy took himself from white culture and acquiesced to black culture.
Yeah.
And still became relevant.
Yeah.
And that is a feat unbeknownst to a lot of people, Chief. You understand? So, Eminem, he's the one guy who proved himself. A lot of, if you're black, man, you know how to rap. Like, I truly feel.
Yeah.
You know how to rap. Or if you can't rap, you can write. If you can't write, then you can tell a story. You can't tell a story, you can do a hook. But Eminem was white.
Yeah.
And he was able to come to our culture and be able to respect it. That guy, the way Ashon Panga Kona is will say too. Yeah. If we were to see ourselves through his eyes, we'd be better. Yeah. You know. So I mean, Kumo 50, yeah, no face. And 50, as much as he's a bigger artist, but lyricism. Yeah. Come on, man. The rap part. That nigga said, I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. And he killed it. Yeah. You know, he has a laptop in his back pocket. Like his pen goes off when he half cocks it. Like the outlet, so no one can do it like him. Yeah. Like for real. Like Marshall Mathers is undoubtedly, when it comes to the lyricism of it, right up there with Rakim. For me. Yeah. And I'm not saying he's a better artist than everyone else. I am saying lyricism. That guy he out raps. Even when they stop recording, he's still rapping. They're like, yo, Slim. Yeah. You're like, oh, it's over. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I just made that up right now. Freestyling, that's also another reason why he's in the top 5 for me. Because freestyling, he became famous because of it. Yeah. Not because of writing hit songs. Yeah. He wrote the hit songs after he was the king of freestyling. Beating people left, right, and center. So, yeah, Eminem.
No Mumbai number 3, Marang Tupac.
Tupac Shakur, I think that story is done and dusted. There are 10,000 documentaries about why that guy's dope. Yeah. Yeah, there's too much. He's too much, Chief. There's too much. Yeah, so we can skip over him. Rakim? Rakim, he was the first lyricist for me back in the day to do it. And he's worse today than he was when he was still younger. Yeah. So a person like that, most people when they get older, their skill fades. Sometimes it fades, you know. And become easier. That guy, he's able to cram more knowledge in 16 bars than any other human being I know. The knowledge that he speaks is different to, as I'm saying, rapping for rappers' purposes, like Eminem, who can rap as Bin Laden and everyone. Rakim raps 5% knowledge. He raps astrophysics. He ekwazi ukuthatha i-astrology ayifake, akwazi ukuthatha iy'ncwadi ey'nkulu ey'fihliwe, akwazi ukuyifaka in a rhyme and make sense and still bring it to the street. Get the fuck out of here. There's no one else, bro, who can do that. So Rakim for me, because back in the day there was this thing of rappers was just, you know, and obviously, I mean, with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, they changed that. But when it came to, you know, but it was still broken glass everywhere. But with Rakim and Eric B, they were coming with that street culture. And yeah, for me, Rakim is a university. Yeah. And then Unaz, for me, is the only poet that I know that is still left after Tupac in that way. Like, he's a street poet. He's successful in his endeavors because he uses thought, self-taught, and the things he speaks about are never relevant now, but he speaks about them now, but you'll get them in a few years' time. Almost everything that he's spoken about in all of his songs has come to pass.
Yeah.
So he's not a prophet. He is just a person who understands society and how it gets engineered and explains it to you and breaks it down for you. So Nas, for me, yeah, like, he's right up there. And I used to not like him.
Yeah.
I used to not like Nas. Shout outs to Kobe King. He put me on Nas.
Yeah.
I mean, I was more DMX, you know. Yeah.
Ngifuna ukukhuluma ngento angathi ukuthi uyayithanda yini AI ngoba ngase inithathela umsebenzi. So nyalo ke njengoba sekune AI.
Yeah.
Umsebenzi wema-engineer nebantu laba mixako usadzingeka because AI itoshayela into tibelula. Lesikhathi samanje.
I'd feel right now, right? We're in the age of AI. But the people that program AI are the people that are the masters. The mixing engineers and the mastering engineers. What AI does is just makes the job easier. AI can't teach you how to master. AI can listen to you telling it how to master something. If you have 20 songs, and these songs are all of the same style, probably different drums here and there and different, instruments here and there. Excuse me. If you are a musician and you've listened to all these songs, you can be able to pre-program this thing and say, AI, when you hear this, do that. When you hear this, do that. Like before. So when you leave it to AI, it masters it for you after you've given it the parameters and you've dialed in what it needs to do. And then when you can have some fun, chill with your woman, have some fun with your kids, or go get new music, or be busy with something else, work out, so it's that kind of a situation where you're supposed to use it. It's a tool. If you're not using the tool, it's going to end up using you. So AI, when it comes to that kind of situation, it is the best thing to have ever happened for us. It makes the job much easier if you know what you're doing. It's like a car. If you are a person who was walking and you are getting to many places, if you have a car, you have to use it. Or else others will pass you by with it. And get to where you're supposed to be going. Exactly. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Because AI digital, ngifuna 5 ma-digital workstation osho da Excel. Awona ngabe ngiphethe lawo. Kumbe ngiyo lawo lengiwa-recommenda.
Okay. Let's get into this quickly. The first one I'll say is Pro Tools. Pro Tools is number one. Then the second one I'll say it's Image Line, FL Studio. And then I'll go to the Logic. And then I'll say Cubase. And then I'll name Studio One. I'll say Studio One. Personas. Persona Studio One is doing the things. It's proper also. Those are the top 5 that I can name that are production studios. I don't use Cubase, but all the other ones I can.
Then ucabanga ukuthi angaba best kuthi uthathe ma vocal ungafuna ku recorda ngawo ukuthi kusena noma ngafika Beyonce lawa ngasebenzisa wona la noma ngafika bani noma bathi ne voice nenjani but lawa ngasebenzisa wona.
My vocals, the best one to use is Pro Tools. If you don't have Pro Tools, I will say Image Line, Fruity. The latest one. FL Studio, the latest one is quite dope. I used to, if you asked me 2 years ago, I would have said Logic. But Logic is number 3 now. But it catches the vocals perfectly now, Logic. And then I'm not a big fan of Cubase. But I've seen people do amazing things with it. So I'll say Cubase now, you call it out. So those are the main make big ones. But my favorite secret recipe, there's another secret weapon that I have. It's called Reaper.
Yeah.
Your voice.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's easy and it's simple. Like it's the most easiest one for doing more vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uwine ku-beatmakers market so ngifuna kuva ukuthi okay lo silawa ngiyawathemba for ukwenza ama-beat ngwaphi?
For beat production,
Yeah.
the best one is Reason, Image Line.
Yeah.
Akukho okunye ukudlula Reason. But then Fruity is number 2.
Yeah.
No. Like if Fruity, workflow, Reason, it's perfect for me because of the quality. And it's the producer's program. Yeah. Like if you don't just make beats and you just like making music and you like making like amazing things, sound design and everything, it's basically made for producers. Yeah. The best instruments are there, you know. But then for workflow, Fruity. Yeah. FL Studio for me will still take the cake any day. Like, even when I make electro music, I would rather use Image Line to make the electro music. Yeah. Even though on Reason, it's still perfect, it's still amazing, but the side chaining, I'll sometimes take something from Reason and bring it into side chain on the Fruity side chain. Yeah. Because of the way Fruity in when it comes to the production, like it's Fruity is number 2, and then Illogic for me, I've never used it much, but a lot of people swear behind it, so I'll put it there, and it's people that I respect. So I'll say Illogic is right up there, you know. But yeah, I'll say those because Pro Tools does everything. You can open up things inside it, so that's why I'll say in overall everything, Pro Tools is usually the number 1, but you open Fruity inside. You can open Fruity inside Pro Tools. You can open all these other programs inside it. But yeah, like for production, I have to say it's Reason. Because
besakha ingoma la siqale sathola ama-producer, then sathola bom-rapper, sabuka ukuthi ngak-engineer thina la kumbe kusebenzisa AI, sayithola AI, then sathola naleti into lekufuna sisebenzise la ukuthi okay ma-program lesingawasebenzisa, so khonile kuthola nalambu lapha ema-voice ukuthi singasebenzisa waphi la i-beats esiyishayile. Then nyalo sekufuna simaster nyana tokhona kuphuma lengoma. Yeah. Then ngiphe top 5 ma software lesingamastera ngawo.
Okay. Yeah, this is simple ones. Yeah. The top 5 softwares that are the best really for mastering, it would be for me. Yeah. iZotope. Yeah. Any ozone. Yeah. Featuring like normal EP, even 4. Yeah. Still knocks. Yeah. Any ozone. iZotope. And then T-Rex. Yeah. IK Multimedia. Like they make the best when it comes to mastering. Like their machines, like the way they create their patches. It's like it feels like the real thing. Yeah. And like you know, when you hear the other programs, they still sound like something when you open them. Yeah. And then you have to fiddle with them and then they become big. That one is like the most clearest one. It's the loudest too. Yeah. So yeah, it's that's the T-Rex, IK Multimedia. And then number 3, I would say Waves. Yeah. Like you can't go wrong with the L2 Ultra Maximizer or an L3 Ultra Maximizer with that. You can't go wrong. Waves is the one. I'll have to explain it like this. Waves is the most premium mixing software that's available in the market. Yeah. It captures everything. Yeah. They remake the consoles, the real consoles, and they put them on there, just like Bobo IK multimedia. But who waves, whatever you yonki into that is broadcast uses waves.
Yeah.
Like 90% of everything that's broadcast uses waves. Dolby, all those things, they use waves. Like when you're doing movies and everything, sound in my film and stuff like that. Yes, you can track it on other things, but when it comes to the software, even lights on stages and whatnot, there are programs in waves that you can be able to use to be able to control your lights and everything like that. So it's going from studio to live performances. That's the one. It also captures everything. So yeah, I'll say it's waves. You master anything there. You can even master something live. So then number 4, I will say it is UAD, Universal Audio. Universal Audio does what Waves does, but they do it differently. They go for there are so many things that plugins are based on, which are real machines. So Universal Audio goes to other machines that are not touched by others. Because the difference is Waves also has people who are mastering engineers who will give you the mastering things, like the presets and everything for you. Like I'm talking about the top level guys like Tony Maserati and all these other guys. Now JJP, Jack Joseph, Puig. So UAD will go to the same guy and say, don't give me what you gave Waves. Give me the other stuff that you have that you didn't plug in for them. And then UAD also is powerful. So UAD, Universal Audio and all that, it's also amazing. And then number 5 would be any program that you use, you can master with, man. Any program. Pro Tools for me is still the easiest. Like to master in Pro Tools is very easy. It's super easy. And then to master in Fruity it takes maybe 5 to 10 steps, but it's also easy. And then any program, all your digital audio workstations have its own mastering situation. So that's why I can't name the 5th one. Yeah. It's what you're using.
Yeah, is le program ye BombCity Sound ngiyele siyisebenzise kumastera ukuthi uthanza umculo nama artist. So siyabonga nje.
Peace.